Hi everybody, this is John Dennison from PeaceOptions.com, and this is another entry in our peace log to hopefully give you some ideas on how you might find more peace in your life and create more peace in your world. The entry today is going to be on knowing yourself. Knowing yourself is an essential aspect in trying to understand your life. It means understanding what you're about. And knowing what you're bringing forward into the world, and putting a little context into why you're making the decisions that you do. It is not so much a matter of having some great spiritual awakening as to, gee, I'm a child of God and a point of light within the light of God. It's about knowing that you are a human being that has certain attributes with which you go about your life, and trying to understand what those attributes have to do with you and how your life is unfolding as a result of the ones that you're choosing to bring forth and express in the world. The way that you see yourself and go about creating the experiences of your life makes a big difference in terms of how you gather the new experiences. I just said that in a manner that just made absolutely no sense. Okay. The whole process of knowing yourself is one of detached observation. To look at yourself and say, oh, am I like this? Why? Why did I choose to do this? Why do I have these types of experiences? Why do I create these things? Why do I interact with other people in the way that I do? It's starting to understand what makes you tick, what makes you the way you are. In my own life, these patterns of behaviors that I've developed over my lifetime have led me to certain types of experiences that have tended to repeat themselves over and over again. Some of the most difficult to deal with has been this relationship between my mission in terms of bringing forth the light of understanding of what I've gathered over my lifetime, the perspectives that I've acquired, and the life around me, my interrelationship with family, my efforts to move forward with that mission, my efforts to share what I have with the world. Because there's a complex interrelationship between me and this issue of family and this greater issue of family, which is what I'm going forward to try to talk about and express and to create within the world, which is this greater function of family. That we live as part of an extended family in the world, human beings do. But the lessons that we have in the lifetime come from our experiences within the integral family unit, with our spouses, with our kids, with our parents. And these experiences are the ones with which we're going to be most concerned. In my own particular situation, many of the choices that I've made over the years have been made in a manner which would allow this relationship with family to unfold in a way that's concerned not just with me and what I want, and not necessarily just with what they want, but with the impact upon the integral family unit. The effect, or as you might put it in a larger context, how my actions impact the whole of that family relationship. The family takes on a particular life of its own, not just of the individuals, but that the family is a larger context. To think of it as the whole, and I'm not just talking about your family unit. The family is a microcosm of the wholeness of all of your community, or your nation, or your humanity And as we are going forward, learning to interact with the other people within our lives, it's teaching us how to create this wholeness and to be sensitive to it and be aware of the impact of what we do upon that whole. It is, in fact, this awareness that I'm trying to encourage everyone to develop over the years, because when you begin to understand yourself and see yourself with who is really who you are, stripping yourself of the facade that we tend to wrap ourselves in, not just for others but for our own benefit, then you can begin to see how you interact within the different groups and relationships that you have in your lifetime. And as you see those interactions, then you can begin to determine the nature of the experiences that you want to bring forward into those situations. Not just in the experiences you want to create for yourself, but the experiences you want to create for others. Now, let's put it in a larger context. We all live in a world of which we just touch a very small part, but yet the part that we touch, the part we impact, our friends, our family, our extended family, our work, all of that is shaped by how we engage them, by how we interact with them, by what of us we bring to the table and what we allow them to bring to the table. And so in doing this, this awareness allows you to become more conscious of your interaction, and therefore more conscious of what you contribute to the whole of the situation that you are in, so that you begin to look at every group, every situation, every interaction that you have as if you are creating a building block by which you're not only building an aspect or a drama within your life or situation of your life, but you're also creating a situation that you're plugging it into the building block of humanity, of the world you live in. And this is saying, okay, this relationship, this interaction is a contribution to the energies of the world. So if you can begin to see yourself as a being who is actually responsible for what you bring to the table, not just how you interact with it, the energies you put into it, but what you're actually creating through that relationship and creating through that interaction, then you'll begin to grow more sensitive to its impact upon the world in which that is a part. And the more we become sensitive to our contribution into our world, even the small part that we touch, the more that we will move toward a wholeness of humanity and beginning to create this human family in which we begin to work together as part of a coordinated and a cohesive whole. That's a really nice pipe dream. I don't know that we'll ever get to that point within our lifetimes or our foreseeable future. But it's still the type of approach that I recommend, because when you do it this way, you will begin to see that you are not alone. You do make a difference. You drop every interaction you drop a pebble into the pond of humanity, and the energy from that ripples outward, affecting everyone that it touches, and even those that you don't see. Because the people you touch then go off and touch others, and it impacts them, and they impact others. So the more that you can begin to see yourself and the choices that you make as affecting this relationship with others, and this relationship with others affecting and being plugged into the world as a building block to create the kind of world that you want, the more you can begin to consciously begin to go about that process. And that as you consciously undertake the process of creating the world, then you will be able to make changes simply based on your own awareness and the choices of how you go about what you do. So as you go about your day-to-day, perhaps you might stop for a moment and think, what is it that I'm doing? What am I trying to create? What am I trying to convey in my interactions with these other people? And what am I allowing them to bring to the table too? And what is the effect of the totality of that relationship upon our lives, at least in this moment? Try it. See how it works. If it doesn't work, that's fine. But if it does, maybe you'll try it again tomorrow and build upon it. This is the way we go about building a new world. We start with ourselves. We start with our interactions with others, with our relationships, with our thoughts, with our emotions, and how it affects the world into which we plug ourselves. Try it. You might like it. God bless you indeed, my friend. I'm John.